This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work the magic in the present. If you assume you're finding all this out for yourself. Which of Magnifigrammy's disciples pulled the trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant Zach Grammy go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. When all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first you must chase the truth through the end. Think of it as a game. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide for this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended half finished when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? If your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magatama. What does it do, you ask? And that's whatever you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? This is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now you know the game, let's play. Got Boner Pig. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what just happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up to walk away, but I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. Besides, I had plenty of time, thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. So I had to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. Ah, I'm not going to get to present it to anyone. I figured you'd come here sooner or later. I decided on sooner. Dream mission, was it? I haven't done anything illegal. And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions. I suppose you have an appetite. That day, the entire court descended into chaos. When you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit it made quite an impression on me. I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations. Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched intensely. Ah, this is my daughter. Vera, say hello. She's gone. Shall we begin then? Judging from this place, you're a painter? Not sadly a profitable one. I never sold a painting. A source of considerable embarrassment. Be able to get by rather than me. Your daughter? Her mother grew aware of me and left. I didn't want her to grow up needy, Miss Wright. That is why I began my occupation. Forgeries. Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is I must do. 1/2 of the paintings they bring me are stolen, and who knows what my copies are used for. But some of your works aren't paintings, correct? You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside of painting. What? To think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility. Then why did you take the job? I was well paid, very well paid. I think he feels worse about it than I do. Past is hard to escape. Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. Apologies to you, of course. Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Present. Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me. I knew it would be difficult to escape this. Then, let's talk. Well then, ready to tell me more about this work you did? It was unlike anything I had attempted before. Guess it would be, though different from paintings. That is not what I mean. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy. This wasn't a copy. The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page as reference. The second, the printed document I can only surmise was written by my client. So you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote? Yes, as I said, it was my first job at nature. So, it was your client. As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? Bear with me, I'd want to know as soon as much as I could about the request. I never met them, not personally. Magatama. Ah, a Cyclock. Of course. Seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which got during a certain case. You can show me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all, and the Magatama ends it. Whoa! You actually get... That's actually a different menu of its own now? "7 years ago, District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. Didn't want to have to remember that name. No, I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way. This trial is over." When I came in on that fateful morning, I still had my badge, but now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it. Where do I start? Don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir! Down on the hands! Floor on your head! Now! What's the big idea? My ears. No unauthorized personnel are allowed in here. But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed. Zoink! I just seemed like it is, sir, and it's usually wrong. I'm thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. We've met before, haven't we? On a case 2 years ago? No recollection of that, sir. Huh? For me, working on a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There is no past, there is only now, sir. Okay, you're the bailiff. Yes, sir, Court Bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir. I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who let the magician escape. Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir. But you were a regular police officer once, right? sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir. Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So you're in charge of security at the time of the vanishing? I'm dying, my wallet. Guess I wasn't the only victim. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but last year, tragedy struck a rising star defusing. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days. They fired me. That takes real talent, actually. I don't know what I'm missing. So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff. But your uniform? I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired. That can't be illegal. So, you were the one who let the magician get away. I'm dying over here. Star rises among the court bailiffs, full of hope, then tragedy strikes. Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Crumley's disappearance? Oh, the humanity! That's enough of that? Why, yes, I'd say it was around 2 PM when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open, slam, and some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face! So you saw someone suspicious coming your way? Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that silk hat all the way down the hall, sir. I have a diagram of the court building here. Aha! This courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself, never a friend to call my own. Okay, and which way did Zach Graham run after bursting through the courtroom door? He went up like this and around the corner like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. And I turned the corner. I saw the magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly I ran, followed him and threw myself boldly in the room. I remember it like it was right here, because it was. Lobby number 2, sir. You ran into this room. I don't see a place to hide in here. Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke, he was just gone. That's impossible. Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying over here. Okay, I won't say it again, promise. But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish in the thin air. Did you search the lobby? I searched. Why the pause? There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir. How can you talk so loud and still be hiding something? Fuck. So Zach was in this room and he vanished. Absolutely, sir. Saw him with my own eyes. I read Silk Hat, not flowing cape. He ran right in here, right inside this room. Silk Hat, cape. That's Zach, alright. But, sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do, but nothing, sir. What about now? Have any ideas? Sir! Ideas about what? Exactly, sir, if you don't mind me asking. You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick you might have used to disappear like that? Cyclops, I should have known. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. You need to start thinking about your future. I did some going around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. This is so weird. Huh? Really? Huh? I guess so? Getting weirder. Actually, why don't you just call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you like. Don't be the day or anything. That was quick. Yes? Ah. Trucy, how old are you? Ah, thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? You can at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for that. Actually, that's pretty accurate. Well, that would do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than law. You know, much about law if you would ask some people. Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent? Directly descended, he's your father. I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. So, Trucy, you're a professional? Yes, it's like they say that? Right, so in conclusion, you're a professional magician. Actually, I would like to see a trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all. Hey folks, it's Mr. Hat. Gotta say, it's gotta be seen. Whoa, that was startling. Amazing Mr. Hat, isn't he? Your friendly neighborhood, Mr. Hat, at your service. He certainly makes an impression. Sunny, so glad you like him, Pat. Oh, my routines do get a bit heady at times. Get it? Heady. My friendly neighborhood, Mr. Hat, nearly gave me a heart attack. Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy? Zach Grammy. Daddy? Your thing, Daddy. Which daddy was I again? Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star troop Grammy and nothing. The Grammys. They were on television. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it. Big magic happens when you put Zach and Val and Grammy together. God, my voice is too deep to keep that. Let me guess. There was a giant fisherman. I shouldn't have brought it up so soon. Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother. I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. Can you tell me about your mummy, if it's okay? Went away? Maybe so. Holy shit, that is her. This is your mother? She's beautiful. I guess all I rate as is a backup. What? But are we representing anyone? I think you need more than that. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent. Well, when you put it in that way... Okay, I'll think of something. Welcome to the team, Daddy-O. The team. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my light. Yep, looks just like her. That is Lamoire. And then again, she had been missing. God knows how long, so... Of course, Trucy wasn't going to recognize her. Excuse me? Oh man, on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet it seems fickle fate to switch sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes works freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything. No proof that I took life from my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano and a cold little hole in the wall. But since you're here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of Magnifique Grammy, for one? Who pulled that trigger, Valen, or his partner Zack? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. And the suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valen. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnifique's instructions as your partner. So I was, but only Zack Grammy followed them. Let us not speak anymore of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I know what Magnifique had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? A trick up his sleeve? Ha 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 ha! Perhaps you do not know. Know what? A great magician never reveals his secrets. I didn't think of that. The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear and he never even touched it. Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows, yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revealing what? That Granby killed Magnifi. It's as good as a signed confession. There's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I grew tired of my cage, and the time my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into magic right away. As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valant, and also... Yes? Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnifi's repertoire is mine. Valant Grammarye has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no, and you can't pay for that kind of publicity. The trick up his sleeve. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long to this world, that's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish, his life was taken. What weakness can be so powerful as to coerce someone to commit murder? My guess is it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? Your troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier the better. Flashy often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. You have proof of this danger, and show it. Fuck you. It's no way for me to make mistakes. Being deadly and much more deadly than a fatal accident. I may not have enough evidence. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Let's have it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Mission? I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client. True, when I asked the client's name, there were no Cyclops in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Why are you doing this to me? Well, I've made my stand. No backing down now. That's mission of hiding. The Forger. I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you said. What is it then? You told me what you knew about the client, and I couldn't see any Cyclops. Psychologs? Is that some sort of Zyron security or a new hairstyle? But then they did show up, didn't they? It was your client. As I said in court, I do not know. I never met them. Not personally. Not personally. Those words triggered the Cyclock. Again with the Psychologs. Now I really must know what they are. So you didn't meet the client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence? Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business, but I'm afraid you lost me. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about Cyclops. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there. And your... Oh. And your conclusion is? The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Mission. Poppycock! I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Made here in my studio. Who else could it have been but me? That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. Christoph Gavin. Not. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Mission, isn't it? Ridiculous, my daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been more one for landscapes, not surrealism. Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. Got you now. The only two people with access to the studio are you and your daughter. The Cyclops tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility. I feel very much on the verge of going Psycholock myself. I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter, Vera. She's only 12. Genius, you might call her. A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going on recently. I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. Drafting towards and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. Now my little girl is playing for me now. But I did take a bit of fatherly pride. So, Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then? Actually, the client came once here to the studio. What? Why didn't you say so sooner? But their face was covered and they did not want to talk to me. So they talked to your daughter. I'll speak only with the artist, the client told me. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe we should talk to Clara a bit more. Oh well. I decided